too long. So
Okay, well, open it up, get the streams going again, and
yeah.
smoke an ice bowl. And if we don't have stories lined up, fuck it, we can bullshit
Well, I
through.
have the thing up, and like I said, I have this. I still have the prep sheet. I just don't have them
Okay,
loaded up. I don't have my chat windows
okay.
up, and I don't have the Stream Ninja
Do you,
whatever thing on. I haven't even bothered
do you
turning that.
wanna do you wanna go through StreamYard
It
so
doesn't.
at least the
I'm
chat thing will
already. I
work,
can't.
right?
That's no. There's no way. That's a
No.
whole bunch
Oh,
more
right, because
setup
it's
time
already
we
set
don't
up
have.
through here. Right, right. Sorry, I just wasn't. Um, don't worry about the Stream Ninja then.
Yeah, it's
Just
already thrown out or not on. I
yeah.
didn't even bother getting it back. Welcome back, says Balls Deep. Yeah, we're gonna lose everybody because like we have an incredibly small show, so when we lose a bunch of people because the show has to fucking restart everything, it's kind of a huge problem. So but again, Optic Nerve for
We'll figure
$2
it
on the
out.
super chat and Lab Glass with the 2 before. Thank you. Appreciate that. We do have a show we can actually do. I did spend all the time to prep a goddamn show, so that's a thing. I'm gonna like
Before all of this, we were great.
yeah, I'm gonna text Ivy's mom and be like, hey, you wanna pick up some creamer for me? Because I better have coffee tomorrow. I'm about ready to punch something.
Fuck. Yay. All right, so everything seems to be working now.
Yeah, I'm just
Everything
waiting to see if
seems
the
to be
KBS.
running.
I'm just not getting like it's really hard for me to be like, all right, let's get back into the motion of doing a show because I'm just waiting to watch this thing take a dump after we've been running for about 10, 15 minutes because that's usually the way it goes when it starts doing this is after we reboot it. Max Morgan, hey Chuma, I've got a box with the new Karoshi leg system. Unfortunately, it's not compatible with your MS. That is such a huge fucking cyberpunk burn, and I love you for it, you dick.
Nicely done. Oh my goodness.
Just ridiculous. But yes, the Karoshi Karoshi just does the optics. Karoshi's the optics. Karoshi optics is the thing. It's not. I don't think the Karoshi made legs too. I don't know that Karoshi made multiple implants, but I could be wrong. I haven't researched enough of it. Either way, we've got that chat up, multi-stream. Multi-stream windows blank, which means Twitch hasn't done anything. But at least we've got that chat box, meaning people are coming back. I don't know if people are back on Twitch
Okay.
and have reloaded on Twitch. We are back on Twitch. I have to go get Rumble's window because doing it this way means I don't have a Rumble chat up without actually popping the chat window out. So let's grab that and make sure we're still go live.
I think I got it now.
There we go. And pop out the chat. Dancing. All right, there we go. We're back and we're up. What you got? What now?
Me? I got everything. It's working perfectly for me now.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so welcome back. Sorry about that. We did restart the router. That at least seems to have fixed the issue so far. The fact that it keeps happening is bothering me. Like I shouldn't have to reset my router every week, like kind of deal. It's kind of a problem. So whatevs. Either way, that one's up. I should probably grab the other chat windows just in case. In fact, you know what? I'm not gonna get that into it. I've got them over here. It works. All good. We gotta get Johnny the Sandevistan so he can go real fast in his wheelchair. Dude, that's so mean. So what? I can move like in the blink of an eye, but I'm still like laying fucking wheels everywhere. I don't know. Sounds like your modem is overheating, Johnny. Sounds like my modem's overheating. Dude, they've replaced that shit so many times. It's not even in a like hot spot or whatever. Like there's like electronics around it or whatever, but like I went up there just now to reset everything and they weren't even watching TV. So, and it's widely spaced. I mean, if it's overheating in that situation, I don't know what I can do for it then. In the tabletop, every major company deals in their own cybernetic systems, from brain augments to optics to limbs. If you work the corp, you can only use their gear. See, I knew corps and things got a lot more serious on the tabletop game. I didn't realize like every corporation had their own shit. That's interesting. Never played tabletop cyberpunk. But I think it would be fun. Be a good time. My modem nearly melted itself. The fan was just on max at all times. See that? I've replaced the modems and the routers repeatedly. Like the first thing I do I should say the first thing they do when I have the problem, because the first thing I do is I call Charter. Charter sends a dude out, and the first thing they jump to is like, oh, we got to replace your equipment. Equipment needs to be replaced. It's like, okay. Your backside has been twitching. What have you been doing, says Ryan the Garbage Man. I have no idea. You're rubber banding. I am? I seem to be okay. Hey, Johnny, good to see you. Yeah, dude, let's go. Fuck it. Let's check the I gotta hit play on this because I have Rumble here. 3, 2, 1.
Wild is saying, okay, here, duct tape, jury rigged, system I've got going. I got Rumble open on my phone with chat but no video, and Rumble on the TV without the chat. Yeah, we be cobbled together today, but you be here. So it seems like all of us have figured out our...
Yeah, like everybody else, like the Twitch and like the streams are back up, and I gotta size my camera again. I have to move things around to do... I'm gonna have to move them again tomorrow morning. It's fucking horrible.
At least the Trump flus work.
The
exactly.
Trump... What?
Floss. I read it. I didn't...
The Trump flus? The Trump floozies? There's floozies? Floozies for Trump. Trump floozies. They take, if you ask them to give you a clean steamer, they call it a Trump dump, is what they do. Oh. Poignant pachyderm, Johnny and Digger. Nice to see you. I unfortunately have the chat box over our lady here because, God damn it. I hate that this thing does not. I'm just going to start going down the line and locking all of these because I don't need to move 90% of these things. In fact, most of them are locked. Why aren't you locked? Don't know, don't care.
Times 12.
Don't know, don't care.
Good to meet you.
Bad Mickey, I haven't used you in a while. Although today, like honestly, this could be me for today. I feel like this is me for today. For those of you that need to know where I'm at in life, this is where I'm at in life. All right. Anyways,
we were golden until we hit live. As soon as.
Oh yeah, no. Everything was like lined up and ready to go, and I'm like, oh, this looks good. That looks good. I was excited to play with the new toy and figure out how we could get that to work. There we go. That's the window I wanted to move.
You have face tattoos now.
What?
Because the chat and the sponsor, I've got.
What are you? What? Oh, nope, that's the wrong button. What are you? A member of Trentagua or whatever his name is?
I might, although I don't have the money bag and the alien face and the tears and whatnot.
That was a fun one for them to be like, hey guys, he's just a good dad, and it's like he could be a good dad, but he also looks a lot like a gangbanger.
Like a gangbanger, yeah.
So it's really difficult. How dare you cover Digger? I've only got so much screen, and you guys get pissed when I take you off of it. What do you want from me, Isaac? What do you want? You want to leave? You want Digger free and clear? There's your free and clear Digger, bitch. There's a free clear. There you go. There you go. Okay. Now I can put her right back there, and we're all happy, right? We're all happy. And she could sit normal. And there we go. Otherwise, this is all you get. And I turned it on and nothing happened. So,
par for the course.
Strippers got me banned. Johnny, your new toy has a name. It's Digger. You should wait to play with it in private.
Right?
Plenty of that happens all the time, as far as you know. Or it doesn't. So what effect does it have on your life? What really got me upset is in my city, they are trying a cop for shooting a thug who fought him and tried to take his taser. The BLM savages are getting ready to burn down my city. That
Oh,
annoys me with that, where it's like there's no shortage of injustice crimes to get upset about, but it's like we got to burn down and loot the cities over the assholes. I'm like, okay, now I have more of an issue following this thread, if you will. But what are you gonna do? Oh man, I felt like I was like on a roll. We had some good stuff lined up, and I was ready to go with it, and just now it's
oh,
all
we're back.
Shitsville. It's all Shitsville, Digger, is what I'm saying. Let's
Oh,
check the analytics and the overview. Oh wait, didn't I update everything on Saturday? I thought I did. We'll check. I'll know when I see the numbers. When I see them numbers. $2 already. I didn't update it because we got 572 from Saturday. 572.
King Kong Dong is saying people are mad at Saquon Barkley for flying on Air Force One with Trump and playing golf with him yesterday.
Yep, I saw that. We're
Yes.
gonna just round that up and say 10. All right, good. Where's the prep sheet? I need my prep sheet.
Really cares.
I do care. I'm just doing this at the moment.
Do we really care if someone
Sit
rides and sleep with on Air Force One with Trump? Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so.
Okay. I was gonna say, do we really? Like, is that really an issue?
I
Out
mean,
of
I
all
don't
the
think
shit
so,
that's
but I
going
think a
on in
lot
the
of people
world,
do.
do we care?
Oh, no. Like you completely misunderstood. No, you and I, we don't care. The rest of the world apparently. I got some crazy Trump stories while I rebuild my studio setup.
I have really enjoyed Trump's been going off on us Canadians all freaking morning apparently. It is election day here in Chinatown. It's a free and fair election where we vote for the party, not the person. Um, and then the people in the party get to decide for us who's going to be the best leader of the party. All sorts of fun, totally honest and above board. Uh, I voted early because, that's what I do. And it was record turnouts for the early voting. It was quite lovely to see. I have hopes. They're not high, but I have hopes that we are about to have a more fiscally responsible PM. He works for the UN, in my opinion, but at least he's wanting to be more fiscally responsible and put money back into our pockets. So I'll take it. It's better than nothing. That being said, I don't know. Um, they worked so fast at making sure that Mark Carney was the leader of the Liberals. They might have worked just as fast to make sure he stays the PM. So I don't know. It's
I
all up in the air.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm honest. Monday with Digger. Hey, we still got the right title up. There we go. Cool. And let's go there. Cook.
Vancouver seems to be okay. Fill some holes. We were looking at or I was looking at the news articles before my PC started freezing on me again. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Johnny was able to find a thing, so
Did
we'll
I
talk
not
about
get
that
the
today.
chat box still not back up on the screen? There's the window. Up there it is. All right, there we go.
Dolphins
Spain and
more than
Portugal
humans on
are
the
hit with a
daily.
mass power
Good for
outage.
them.
Yes, St. Caesar, we have that too. Spain and Portugal mass power outage. That's in the prep sheets as well. We've got that one. I just have to get everything back in order so I can pull that up, because it's gonna be harder to do while we're doing the show. Digger, dolphins more than humans on the daily. Yeah, but dude, that's because they're R-worders, like, of the sea. Like, people used to call tuna chicken of the sea, and I would say dolphins are the Bill Cosbys of the sea. Well, you see
There you go.
here, I'm gonna hit you in your blowhole. All right, do you have a conservative party in Canada? We lost ours to a democratic flip flops. YMCA, says Poignant Package.
Yeah, it's weird. They're called conservatives. It's the goalpost has been shifted so far down. It's like 3 football fields over, and then hang a left and down a couple more. We're just so far off what we call liberal, our liberal party in Canada. If you went by the definition, are socialists leaning towards communists, leaning because, yeah, I can't say that they're there yet because I get in trouble. But our conservative party of Canada are liberals in reality, and they're very progressive liberals. Um, they're very much for globalism and the UN agenda. So yeah, they're there and they're called certain conservatives, but they're not really. They're just fiscally responsible. These conservatives will be fiscally responsible. Will cut back on some of the crazy
But they're called
taxes. May
conservatives.
actually build the houses that we need to have built.
Holy
Yeah,
Jesus, what is going on?
that's about it.
I have got I've got to figure out what is going on with your microphone.
Double steep. Oh, is my mic doing something now?
It's just like your volume's up. It's inconsistent in terms of like sometimes it's quiet, so I'll boost it, and this time it's boosted. But then like now there's air coming in after. Like it's almost like, and this is something that like with headset, especially like gaming mics and stuff, it's not uncommon. It's like it's not running. It's like it's in a kind of a voice to talk thing,
Standby.
so it won't hear like background noises because they won't be loud enough and sharp enough to ping it and make it kick on. But if you started talking, I would hear what's going on in your background, kind of deal. And so with a mic that's sensitive like that, sometimes they can have air in them too. So I don't know. It's just a weird air sound. It's not there now though. Like it was happening a minute ago when you were talking, and there was like a man, and so I dropped your audio down, and
No,
that's a
there's
lot better.
not.
And you're fine, yeah. No, so
Okay.
we'll figure it out one way or another.
I'll leave it to you. I just hear myself in my head, so
Yeah, there's a
it
little
always
bit.
sounds nice in here.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like air that follows it after you're done talking for a second, like it's waiting for the mic,
Okay.
and then it stops detecting something, and then it's like it has built-in compressors or something that's being. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what the solution is either.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you have to play with it, or that's why I love this, where people are like, "Oh, that's too technical. That's too." Nope, you don't get any air with this baby, because she doesn't run unless you want her to. Like you turn it on, you turn it off, and I even had that half uncoupled, and we were still good. So, but just all you gotta do is just jack that fucker in there, and now you got a slider. As long as it works, it works. I prefer Dino. He was a good boy. I don't know who Dino was. The rhinos started calling the conservatives rhinos. The flip-flops were louder and more obnoxious. It worked. Now we have YMCA and Fuentes.
Right? Yeah, our liberal party is most definitely more than liberal.
More than
Democracy, way more than liberal. Democracy is not so much of a thing anymore. It's more of a lip service thing as opposed to something that actually happens. It's fun.
All right, I'm pulling up the show prep thing now. Let's see. It should be good because I saved it like multiple times beforehand. Yeah, we are. White House touts 100-day illegal immigration crackdown after Biden unsecure. All right, so yeah, we've got all of that. So yeah, I've got all of our stuff. We've got 2.5 hours left, so we've got just as much to do and even less time to do it in. So now we're good.
Okay, good. Ryan the Garbage Man, politics, no matter what country, lie like a rug. And then he says, "You mean the mic is queefing? Is that what you meant? Is that what my mic is doing?"
No, it's just there's air. There's air in the feed. It's a thing. It's something I can hear. They might not hear.
It's not then, right?
But yeah, no, never saw the Flintstones. I've seen the Flintstones. I just didn't. I'm putting three things together, listening to one person talk and trying to follow 3 different chat windows at the same time. I might lose sense of what you're talking about. It happens. Whoops. All right. Let's just grab all the first hour stories. I guess we'll just start it there.
Wait a minute, Shane and F. I never understood Canadian football. What's Canadian football is way easier to understand. We've got less little finicky laws. Our football fields are larger.
What's Canadian
I thought it was
football?
easier to watch.
What's Canadian football? I've never heard of. You mean hockey?
We've got the CFL. No, we've got the CFL. We actually have a whole football league, national.
So you try
It's
to play
amazing.
like real football, like an adult? That's crazy.
Well, no, because real football, you guys call it soccer. We're talking about, with the pigskin and the laces, and we're talking about that kind of football.
Thank you for the 555. I won't say who because I can't. I don't want to. But breathe. My day has been. That was an N word for those of you wondering. That my day has been a lot more frustrating than yours. Fuck chat. Cheers. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For the 555.
It's funny because that's what I said too. Just take a minute.
Well, like the thing is, you saw me even more flustered than they did. The whole reason for that was because going up the stairs to reset a modem and a router to come back down the stairs resulted in me nearly falling down the stairs because my legs are just stilty and shitty today, and it sucks. I hate having to go upstairs to reset the modem and the router and then come back. I need to get out of this situation, is what it is.
You need to start up the GoFundMe.
I feel like a piece of shit if I start a GoFundMe like, hey, I'm crippled, give me a house. Like
cripple a crib.
That's not
like
cool,
that.
man. I'm gonna sell a kidney like a goddamn fucking self-sufficient American.
You can get rid of like
I got 2 of them.
6-7 pints of blood before you're hitting danger area.
Right?
That must be worth something. You guys get money for it. We have to just give it up for free or else we don't have it. You guys get paid for it.
I just want to point out.
Dude, you can jerk off into a cup and make money.
Yeah, but all 3 of those things you listed, they shut the door real fast when they're like, oh, neurological disorder. Bye.
Well, it's that, but I'm sure we could figure out a way to hide that or something.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm just a spazzy meth head.
We'll send Aaron in with the...
No!
He'll have the fake blood tube. Well, Nick Ricada was talking about all the wonderful ways that you can, get past the drug test.
Which is also something you should totally do when there's a government...
That's what I was thinking.
When there's a government interest in making sure that you're taking drug tests, you should totally go on a live stream and talk about ways that you know of to beat it, whether they're legit or not. No, dude, so like honestly, if you're trying to pass a weed test, you just need a piss pal. You can get them online. They're just like a diaper with like half a dildo and a tube in it. And so you just fill up like the bag, right? And then you put the bag and you connect it, and it holds the bag against your body so it keeps it warm. Body temperature, very important. And then you just, they can watch you. It's even got a flesh tone. Make sure you order the right one, though. Or if you're like me and you really want to give your parole officer a gag, get one that's way darker. Be like, I'm half black, but only where it counts. And then you just unload, and there you go. And so that'll be what you do. Like, I mean, he might as well have done that. That was at least more entertaining than I'm sure what he did. But
yeah.
He might as well have done that. Like, I'm sorry, the people that are paying attention to him on the internet, like that are watching and not commenting, not doing anything, they're probably police officers and people in the county and prosecutor places that have an axe to grind, like because he's kind of been a shit to them. So I wouldn't give them any ammunition, like in general. If I could advise, I'm not a lawyer. Let me just be clear. Me and him, something we have in common. I'm not a lawyer. But if you took my counsel, which isn't worth anything more than what I'm pulling out of my ass, I wouldn't stream how to beat drug tests.
Well, he hasn't been thinking about what he's putting out there for a very long time. He just puts it out there.
I wouldn't go online and say things, and I'm not saying that he said this because I have no idea what he said, but I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, I would never go online and say things like, with those urinalysis tests now, they can actually tell the phenotype or the sexual types, the gender types. So unless you want to convince them that you're trans, make sure that the person pissing is the same as you. Like, that's the kind of thing that you could do. Other than that, like, I don't know. I just.
No, that's okay. All of his ideas he took from TV shows like Breaking Bad. So,
Brian the Science saying, Johnny, why were you looking at me when you said half black and only where it counts? I was looking at the camera, so technically I was looking at all of you. But are you half? I thought he was. I'll be honest. I did not know anything about his ethnicity other than the fact that his skin and mine vastly different shades, and he has a much nicer afro. I will never have. I am jealous. Not because I don't have the hair. I do have the hair. I've got like.
It doesn't fro.
I've got lame. I don't know if it's Polish or the Irish part. Whatever. I got like just honestly, I washed my hair first thing this morning, and it looks like shit. It looks like it's thinning. And then if I take the headphones off, I've noticed my temples are turning gray. Brian is a African. I didn't know that. I also didn't care. I'm 50 black, 50% other random white shit. So like you're like, all right, so you're like 50 black and then 50 like cuz I'm 50 Polish Lithuanian, and then I'm 50% other random white shit and 1% Japanese. I will not let go of that until the day I die. I am 99% other stuff, but I'm at the very least 1% Japanese. I don't know that for a fact because that's based off my mom's test, and I didn't test because I don't like giving them my DNA.
That's okay. Your mom did. They've got yours.
Well, I've got to be higher. No, they don't. They've got hers. They don't have mine.
Oh, but they can. Oh shit. What is it called now? You can actually figure out what your DNA.
Well, they can
is
figure
if
out what
they've
my
got your mom.
DNA is if they have like my mom and my dad's. Like they'll be able to figure out they're related. What?
No, there's a term for it now, and I can't remember because that's the way my brain works. I'll go off it, and it'll come to me.
Johnny was the nicest thing you ever said about me. Don't know what we're talking about. Poland isn't a country; it's a buffer state. I don't disagree with you, but there is a definitive like genetic ethnicity that comes from there. I'm saying this as having seen other Polacks and being like, why do I feel like I know that person? So that's just it's kind of a thing. But like I said, my mom's adopted. My mom's a mutt, and she's from all over. And like I was talking with someone else about DNA tests, like you don't always get the DNA of your parents, like sometimes it's the grandparents' things. So in terms of heritage overall, not the DNA itself, but in terms of your heritage, you might have more of, say, the Japanese or the whatever coming along. So I really wanted, like, I don't want to take the test because I don't want to just give them my DNA, but I do want to take the test to say, I think I'm turning Japanese. This is, to tell my mom, I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Johnny is not actually Japanese. Dude, what part of 1% that I'm clinging to like a freaking weeb in a windmill, like in a storm? Can't even come up with a good analogy because I'm too busy going, don't take this from me. I watch a lot of Naruto. I eat a lot of ramen. And that 1% is the only thing making it not entirely creepy. That 1%. You don't know how, like, it was, here, let me just, it was a phone call. I remember this phone call very, very well. I was on the phone. My mom was like, I did the 23andMe thing and it checked my DNA. And I was like, oh, how'd it go? She's like, well, a lot of Eastern, or a lot of Middle and Western European, Little Eastern European, and just a lot of the usual suspects, the Irish and stuff. I'm no Native American like I was hoping, because she always liked Native American artwork, and she had really, really dark hair when she was younger, so she just liked the look. You could believe it if she told you, like, hey, I'm 1/16 Cherokee, and someone would be like, yeah, I fucking believe that. But anyways, so she was hoping for that, and I don't think that landed. But she's like, but I found out something interesting, and I was like, oh, and I was like, slavery. Like, I would love that so much for all the wrong reasons. Like, I'd be like, yeah, we need our reparations. And people be like, you look awfully pasty. I'd be like, I grew up poor and my mom's related to slaves. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm as the rest of y'all. Anyways, but my point being, she told me, Johnny, I'm 1% Japanese, and that music started playing. So I don't want to find out that didn't cross over. Like I don't want to find out that didn't make the stream with the milkman. Just whatever it takes. They threw 1% African into my mom's test to fight racism. You aren't alone, Johnny. See? They're hoodwinking all of us is what it is. They're hoodwinking all of us. How much German is in you, Johnny? I didn't get specifics on that. Like, me and my mom, when it came to talking about her 23andMe results, was a lot about, like, my mom loves a lot of things about Native American culture and things like that, and so she always kind of, again, being adopted, she still doesn't know who her birth parents are. She's certainly never met them. She hasn't done any of that stuff. So she kind of just goes with the vein of, oh well, I'd like to think maybe that somewhere in the line of that, and that wasn't a thing. So that was surprising. So that was a conversation for us. And then she mentioned the Japanese part just because she knew I'd love the bit, and I watch way, way, way too much anime, to the point where even my mother, who is like, getting up there, is like, oh, yeah, the weeb. Not that she wouldn't even know what that means. LMFAO classic. Right, Wild Sabron? You think you're turning Japanese. Did your dick get smaller? Nope. But I suddenly got very good at math. How much? So yes, I'm not sure if there's any Germans here. I also I don't break out into fits, hives, or murderistic rage around Jewish people. I'm totally fine with them. I've met several wonderful Jewish people. My banker, kidding. I make that joke. I've never asked her last name. Well, I don't know. I am Injun. Your mom can be an honorary wagon burner.
There you go.
Dude, you'll be sad about this, but like you'll understand. Before she started dyeing her hair constantly to be a platinum blonde, she had literally like dark black, like dark as night almost kind of hair. Like she was a brunette, but it was extremely dark. Her and my older sister have dark hair, and they always kind of like dye it and treat it to fight it. Like my sister's smarter about it. She doesn't hit the roots, but ooh boy, I'm just like, why? Yeah. Why are you doing it? And
none of us are happy with what we were born with.
I'm totally happy with what I'm born with if it would work.
Blonde. No, I was born with this lovely strawberry blonde, and I got older, and it just I always wanted this red hair, and as soon as I was allowed to dye my hair at 12, I started dyeing it this red hair, and if I let it grow out naturally now, it's just like a dark golden blonde now. It's nowhere near as cool as it used to be. No. But now it's white. It's actually it's yeah, I'm old enough. I've got like salt and peppery hairs coming in now too.
Dive Bar saying, I guess the German in Johnny depends on how big Aaron is. How much Germany do you want in you, Johnny? I mean, that sounds dangerous. Shadow Me God saying hello. Sorry, I didn't get to your chat earlier. Shadow Me God, that's your first time in there. Why ask their name when you can just look at their balls deep? Okay. She has a very Midwestern face and body, so then what are we talking about? We're talking about what? Like Scandinavian or German? Why are we getting into the ethnicity of people? It's not important. We're all the same. We don't commit vastly different acts based on such random things. Okay, so I have this one. I gotta wait for the ad to end. This one that I'm gonna play here is just a short little news brief. It's not necessarily anything we didn't know, but it is surprising to hear someone say it. More importantly, this is the kind of thing that if somebody were to say this, like it would get put out like, oh, this big person that just got in there that is, sucking this administration or that administration's dick is saying X, Y, and Z. This guy does kind of have a tenure thing to lean back on. Because the guy talking has been involved in the past 6 presidencies. Not terms, the presidencies. Meaning, so that's Trump, that's Biden, that's Obama, that's Clinton, Bush, and Bush Sr.? The past 6. If we're counting Trump as one of the past 6, that's Bush Sr. So this dude's been in it to win it for a while. And oh my God, the stuff he says, wacky, wild stuff. Wacky, wild stuff. I'm talking my way through the ad because I paused it for some stupid reason to talk. Oh. You know what it is? It's a habit. It's a habit from this weekend where I'm like, oh, I want to speak quick.
Excuse me while I pause this.
Excuse me while I pause this so I can speak quick because I would hate to just hit, to not be heard. And you might be like, what did you do this past weekend? None of your damn business. Anyways, let's flip over here. Oops. Nope. Boom. I almost hit this sound drop.
You are nothing alike that, Saffron. No one is saying that at all.
I almost hit that sound drop by accident, which is kind of weird because it is in a weird way fitting for this video. Bam. Oh, and there you go. You're on this screen. Nice. So yeah, this one's weirdly fitting for this video. Just now I want to do it just for fun. Where are we at? I know I have sound drops on here somewhere. How am I so retarded? I can't remember where my sound drop. Oh, that's right. I got a page over. It's been a minute. Boom. Nope. Boom, boom, boom.
Seriously, because you can't have national. A few things. Look, I started in the Border Patrol in 1984. I've been at it for 40 years. I worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. Every president I ever worked for took border security seriously because you can't have national security if you don't have strong border security. We got to know who's coming in, what's coming in, where's coming in, why it's coming in, right? Even President Obama and President Clinton took some steps to secure the border because they understood national security was important. Joe Biden was the first president in the history of this nation who came in office and unsecured the border on purpose. That's just a fact. We handed the Biden administration, after President Trump's first administration, we handed the Biden administration the most secure border in my lifetime, and he unsecured it on purpose. Now, President Trump and this administration here, the success is unprecedented. We beat Trump's first administration on border success. Border numbers are historic low. Today, as I'm standing here, we are the most secure border in the history of this nation.
Why are you smiling? What's so funny?
Oh. Wild saying, I'm going to have to do 320. If I wait for 420, I might discharge a firearm. She's having a day.
What's going on? What's the... Oh, there we go. Are you shitting me? So the video I was on got skipped forward by Fox News. I'm not going to go.
I'm sorry. I thought the video was done.
No, the majority of it was done. There was a lot of Trump ball washing. I was fine with playing it. And
if you're shopping for a home, you could browse forever to find everything you want.
You could wait till I give a shit, you motherfucker. This is why, like, dude, these ads listen to you. It just conveniently, I'm getting Realtor.com ads before my Fox News stories. Here's one thing I do want to do though. I want Fox to be held legally and biblically. I'm calling out for the biblically accountable. That needs to be a shirt, by the way. I need to figure out.
Biblically accountable.
Yeah, we need to talk. We'll workshop it in private because I don't trust these jackals. Okay. But we need to workshop a biblically accountable shirt. Be like, I want them held, and then on the back it just says biblically accountable. So when people see it, they think, oh, there's a Bible thumper wearing a biblically accountable shirt. And then when they see the front and they say, I can't stand this, I want them held, and then it just says on the back biblically accountable. Then you put the two together and it's like, wait a minute, you want them held who's being held biblically accountable?
No one is, and that's the problem.
Here's the best part about them. The idea of this whole thing comes from someone who is not affiliated with any particular religion. And I'm going to probably stick to that as a public persona for the rest of my life. Even if my opinions or beliefs change, I'm not going to tell other people what to think. So not affiliated with any particular religion. I will never publicly take the wafer or the dip or the... What do they do with in that club? I suppose they would circumcise me?
Well, in that club, yes.
Definitely don't want that.
No. No, apparently, I don't know. You can't really ask a child, but they're supposed to, if you're Jewish, it happens on the 8th day.
Well,
man-child is 8 days old. You being, in your 40s, I'm guessing that circumcision as an adult will probably hurt more.
Oh, it'll hurt way more. It'll hurt
Yeah.
way more. It's way more serious. It'll hurt way more. They have to like cauterize and sew things. I'd never want to be circumcised. Ugh. That's just wrong. No, thank you.
Oh, okay. See, we're learning things about Johnny today.
Like I've always been on the fence of like how I'd feel for it about a kid, but I'm not in favor of it. But in terms of me, no. I've done 4 decades with my sandworm. We'll just keep it going.
You're gonna keep it
Right?
happy. Yeah.
Me and my dune sandworm.
Well, yeah. At this point, you guys have you're become friends, right?
He's not used to going outside without his hoodie.
I mean, the only thing the girls will ever get is just lifted back up if I had the money. But I wouldn't want to change them in any way. They're, than just bringing them up again.
I think they're fine just the way they are. They don't need to. Why improve on perfection? I consider it just for the.
I take off the bra and they just roll down to my knees.
There's a visual. I'd consider it just for the moil mouth love, but herpes. So yeah, no, this is Boston,
Yeah.
dude. Not even that.
Yeah.
That would be a huge problem because one, I'm not gonna be comfortable with anyone handling me. So like I'm gonna have to be like medicated. So then if a dude's coming up to kiss my schmecker afterwards, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh really hard. I'm like, you're sucking my dick. It's okay.
Okay.
So they probably won't think highly of that. What I'm saying is I can never be
Probably
Jewish.
not.
What I'm saying is I will never tout for a religion officially. I will never tell people what to believe religiously. I believe that's between you and whatever entity exists. You'll figure it out. But yeah, definitely will never be
I find
Jewish
that's
either.
easiest.
Yeah, I can cross that one off now, just saying guaranteed never. And in fact, if I could risk my quasi Superman Jerry Curly thing that I've got going on here today, I've got the single
Yes.
curl.
One, the Clark Kent.
I don't know how to do the Superman theme. Anyways, fuck Superman in his butthole. Anyhow, I got circumcised at the age of 5, and it's the most
Ouch.
painful experience I've ever had. And I've been shot, stabbed, and impaled. This is Mad Max Morgan.
Wow.
I'm standing 120% behind my decision of, let's just leave it the way it is. You know, I'm going to be honest, of all of the interactions I've had, 0 complaints.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dive Bar is saying it's crazy. It's not like you remember it being done when you're a baby. That's the same. Like that's why my ears got pierced when I was little. I was, I think, 6 months or something like that. I was little. But you do it early because the kids won't remember. But now that you're in your 40s, do you really want someone to
No,
come in and
again,
start
this was
hacking
kind
bits
of
off
where
you?
I said, this is exactly where I said, no, I'm firmly against having them like, circumcise my weenus. I am, let's do this. And
Okay.
let's do that.
Nice to
No.
see ya.
Oh, nice to see you too. Just wanted to get you closer so it's easier to reach down and hold you. Yes, lean against the rock
Aw.
of my arm. Does the sponsor thing not come up? It doesn't. Oh, you suck a bag of booty. I won't be able to change that. Sorry. Otherwise, I'd change this and make it smaller.
Oh,
See-
Wild saying, what does an old lady have between her boobs? Belly button.
Yep.
So I was saying they roll right out. You gotta hold in to get them in, and then then you take the bra off at the end of the night, and
So you're saying is that beautiful hourglass figured woman that you fall in love with is a transformer, and when the lights are off and it's nobody's listening, it's just auto boobs roll out and just
yeah, like a fire hose.
does it make
It's
the?
not so bad when they're young, but the older we get,
It'd be nice if it made the transformer noise where it's like. Nope. All right.
I'll work on that so that I'll be able to do it by the time we're that bad.
Okay. Twist my fucking leg on this one. Alrighty. All right. I am cut and it looks good to me, says Balls Deep. I mean, well, what are you gonna do now? I got bad news for you, Balls Deep. If you are at this point in your life and you're like, hey, they cut off my foreskin. I want a refund, or I would like the return of my original property. Like, no, they don't even do that one. They don't even do that one. Like, I'm so glad I had a daughter because it was like a huge thing where I didn't have to worry about it. Because like in Minnesota, if you have a boy, you have to deal with that. Like, are you gonna get him circumcised or not? And there's only a growing community in Minnesota that you have to worry about if you're a girl about whether or not you want to get her clit removed or not. And I'm not really pro that, so I'm good. Yeah. I was pretty happy with never being circumcised. I was pretty good about that. When my daughter came out, I was like, all right, debate I don't have to worry about. Sweet. So that was nice. Although I'll probably regret it later, I'm sure. But I've never really been specific, like, well, I gotta have a boy or a girl. I wasn't even really wanting kids. I just they happen. So unfurl them titties, Nancy Pelosi. Oh, dude, do I have that story about the Pelosi bill coming back?
No,
it is
fake. Stay up where they're supposed to be because they're fake.
Well, yeah, dude.
Mine are real. So
well, she's she's a lizard person wearing somebody's skin.
There's that too.
I love if people believe me because at this point, I would say I'm serious about 25% of the time and declining on this show. The other 75 just fucking around, talking straight out of my ass. And people are like, you said this thing, and be like, I don't even remember it. Should show you just how much I'm committed to it. I have no clue that I even said it. What do you have to, like, I love people who are like, what do you have to say for yourself when your daughter sees your shows when she's older? I'm like, well, thank you for saying when she's older, because that means I don't care. I mean, if she sees them right now, the first thing I'm going to say is, who the fuck is letting my daughter watch me do a show? You should not do that at all, ever. No. But if you're letting her watch me when she's older, I hope she thinks it's funny. Not going to lie, I'll tie a cape on it once in a while and pretend what could have been. She's muted, so you can't hear her laughing her fucking balls off. Oh, never mind. You were laughing so hard it was silent. The intake was silent. You were like, and then the screen froze for a minute. So you're like,
oh God.
And then I was like, she's muted too. And then you're like, no, I'm not. And I was like, no, it seemed like it.
Oh shit.
Balls deep winning that one all right there.
I finished reading it just as you started reading it. Oh God, that was good. Thank you, Balls Deep.
See, I can't tie anything on mine because then it'll just bunch it all up together and it'll look like one end of a sausage. It's strange.
Well, someone was saying your snake's got a turtleneck.
Ah, well, I'd think of it as a hoodie. I like to think of my I like to think of my dick as Rocky Balboa, in the gray hoodie, just going up down the steps, because he's always fighting. He's always trying to be better, and then just
Yes. Oh my goodness.
There you go.
I'll be okay.
Guys, he said it his foreskin reminds him of Rocky, but he meant Rocky and Bullwinkle. Moose and squirrel. That's a vagina, sir. Be appropriate. All right. Balls deep. Yes, that was a pretty good line, Balls deep. That was nice. That was nice. What is it? We're at 2:24. So yeah, I'll sit on this story for now. I don't know that I want to talk about it. But generally, we might come back to it later. Partially, I'm mentioning it now because this whole bit that we just got on was because you said the thing about the Pelosi tits, and it just went from there. Oh. Josh Hawley. Josh Hawley.
Haley?
Yeah, Holly. Whatever. Hawali. I don't know.
No, it's Holly.
Holly.
Like hee-haw. Holly.
Hee haw, whatever. Is reigniting the Pelosi Act push to ban lawmakers from trading stocks. I am completely for this. Not for any political affiliations, but just because I think left or right, you shouldn't be allowed to be in government to make, because then you just encourage the people who don't give a shit about the people and just want to make a buck based on their stock trading, and then they'll do anything dirty, scandalous, or whatever to keep themselves and their friends in power. Looking at you, Nancy, you horrible snake bag person. Oh shit, I closed the wrong one. I closed the next story, not the first one. Oh. So there's that.
Oh no.
What?
Lab's got a very serious question for you over on the Rumbles. So do you measure this? with the
No,
skin
Lab
back,
Blast, never.
or do you extra?
Never. Never measure the extra skin. Like, that's...
There's someone ringing my doorbell. I'm sorry. I'll
All
be
right.
back.
All right, so you go leave the show again. Just bailing on me at every turn. All I want is my 2 front teeth and the chance to fucking finish doing a show. But today is just being one of those. No, I don't want your ad. Pause it. But yes, you don't measure the skin, my dear good man. You don't measure. That's if it's working properly in the moment, like at how shall we say, full presentation, shouldn't really be in the way. I mean, it's still present, but like, yeah, no, I really wouldn't do that. You're not helping anybody. Setting yourself up for failure, really, because now you got a whole bunch of room in there. Like that, if yeah, no, just the answer is no. They make the laws that affect the businesses and have info on it before the public. It's unfair for them to be able to use that information to make a personal profit. Absolutely, SH. Absolutely. And I've been screaming that forever. I would love, I mean, maybe because obviously this lock it down for now. Obviously this this particular law was pushed earlier and it didn't get passed because of the way the government was constructed at the time. The law itself has gained more momentum because of people being in favor of it. So with more momentum coming around pushing it, there's a chance it could go on. And if it goes in and gets in the books, I love that the Pelosi Act will canonize Nancy Pelosi as the name behind, oh yeah, money-grubbing politicians. So yeah, that'd be great. I mean, it won't pass, but it'd be nice if it did. Welcome back.
Oh,
How you doing?
I'm good. I got my foom machine.
Your foom. Can you show it on? Can we see it on?
Oh,
this?
it's in a box. I wasn't gonna open it yet.
Why?
Because I've still got an open pack of cigarettes.
So what is this? All right. Then hold on. You don't have to open it. Where's? I'm just trying to find.
You just said open it.
Well, fine. Open it. You said you've got no pack of cigarettes. I'm not gonna push you to do things. Open it on the stream. Do what I say.
Now.
You're your own person. You get to make your own decision. I'm every woman. It's all in me. Like anything you want done, baby. I do it naturally.
Naturally. Okay, good.
All right, there we go. All right, so we've got the stream there. Do you want me to bring the camera down so we can? You have the box on the screen. I'm going to show your box. There's no address?
That's why I'm opening it that way. I've got the address with me.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, no, then I'll scroll it back up. I was up, peeking your box. Peeking at your box. Peeking at your box. Peeking at your box. All right. We're done fucking around?
That's it. That's all. Okay. Cats can have the box.
Yeah, for the next 5 minutes. Well, they'll play if it fits, it sits. Is it big enough for them to fit in?
Well, I'm sure they could sit in it.
Yeah. So.
It's going to be very tight, but
but that's not how cats work. Yeah. They work on if it fits, it sits. They'll stuff.
Yes.
They'll stuff their fat cat ass in there.
They're sniffing the heck out of it at the moment. They will.
Okay, so what is a foom? You've been talking about this. You said it's something about a fidget spinner, which made me immensely curious because.
Okay.
Foom. Okay, so
that's a foom.
Okay.
So it has a flavor packet. Like I bought different flavor packets.
Okay, so it's a
So
smoking thing.
Instead of nicotine, it's just flavor. It's actual
So it's a vape?
like that way. That way, maple pepper. I've got orange vanilla, and then this is crisp mint. So it's just a little tube. It's got natural like mint and stuff in it. So it also you can adjust flow. So when you're sucking on it, you can adjust it so it's not like you just threw a straw. You can
Right.
make it have some resistance, so it's like a cigarette. It's magnets put together with. Oh, it looks so cool. They've got really great packaging. Like, it's a magnetic box.
Your box is magnetic?
My box is magnetic.
It's
Isn't it
magnetic. So then this is a vape? Is it a vaporizer?
No,
Not a
there's no
vaporizer.
electricity, no nothing. It's just got the little, like I said, the little rolled packets. It's just natural flavoring.
So then what's
I
the
don't even
fidget
need to
spinner part
use
that you were talking about?
Okay, well, because it's all magnetic bits, and you can twist it and play with it, and you can change the. I don't know, Johnny. I just opened it. Damn it! You can do a bunch of stuff, and they showed it to us on the things. But here, got to clean it. I don't know what this is.
All right,
Oh,
okay.
that's my habit tracker. Yes.
But
So
this
it's
is
gonna help me
specifically designed to help you
not
quit
smoke.
smoking.
Yes. Yes, but it's also like all the different bits come apart supposedly. Oh, that's cranked on there pretty tight.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll play with it.
I hope so.
That's basically it.
All
Play
right,
with my
well,
little stick
all right,
thing.
so we'll come back to this at a later date, I guess. We can get back to Digger
Yeah.
and her experiences.
Yes. We've got little accessories and stuff. It's fun.
Okay. So, all right. Well, I hope that helps.
Yeah, me too.
I was curious about what it was. I'll bring your box down to size. There we go. So yes, I hope that works.
SH is saying she needs something to chew on without damaging her teeth. Well, the thing I'm struggling to get out of its packaging right now is a topper. So it's supposed to be like a rubber piece you put on the mouthpiece so you can chew on it. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, totally rubber piece, squishy. So that just fits right on top. It's another thing that you can play with. It on and off. Put your toppers on if you want, but then you can chew on it and won't be as harsh on your teeth. It's a little bit thin. It's ribbed for her pleasure.
Whoopity wiggity. That
yeah.
is no, it is not Dominion. It's a Yume or a Foom. A Foom. It's a Foom. Sandra saying, play with it. Slow, Digger. Slow.
Okay, I see. Yeah, okay. I can see how this would work.
So that's just what you're going to do when you feel the need. The need for nicotine. You're just going to take a little puff on that. Yeah, you want that comfort.
Oh, you know what it is? I think I got the original one. Maybe that's why. I thought this part came apart, but maybe not.
Uh-oh.
Maybe the higher up one has the magnetic bits that click in.
So just for playing with?
Okay.
Just click, 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 like clickety click. That's
Yeah.
it. All right.
Yeah. When you twist that, it makes a clicky feeling and sound.
So just out of curiosity, just because I'm wondering how much did you how much
Don't ask.
all right. So
Don't ask. I can't I got the little rubber head things for free. But I could not remember the name of a single creator who shilled this stuff, so I had to pay full price for it.
Okay.
Less than $200.
Well, I'm just saying, how much more is the higher end one?
Canadian. Oh, I don't know. I think it was another $40 or something like that.
Interesting.
It wasn't
Interesting.
huge, but I'm not supposed to be spending that kind of money.
It wasn't huge. Well, I mean, honestly, if it gets you to quit smoking, then It's paid for itself within
Yeah.
a year.
That's why I
Easily.
decided to pull the trigger on it.
Hey, easy to pull on triggers. You'll get the FBI at my door. Okay, so we did have this one. I have to mute the audio here so it doesn't play
Okay.
for the ad. Saint Caesar was mentioned in this before. This is another thing to kind of catch people up. We've got about 2 hours left in our program, so kind of move through some of this. I hope that Foom thing works for you. I hope that
Yes, me
that
too.
does the trick. I was very fortunate for me with quitting smoking. I didn't have to like fight for my right to party. I didn't have to fight for like getting off of smoking because I smoked weed more than cigarettes anyway at that point. Because at first,
Okay.
this is weird. I couldn't get high when I was younger. Like smoking weed didn't do anything for me. People were like smoking, we'd smoke, and then my friends started doing the smoking and drinking thing. Crossfading, not a good way to start either, so that didn't work. Got free head. Rubber thing is ribbed. She sucks on it. Wow, it says bird collector.
You're not wrong, bird collector. Thank you.
Yeah, that was
People
Eleni's.
Think about these things.
Eleni's greatest hits. She does this every day, which is why I like her being on the show. Because like I don't have to say anything or set up anything. Then no, she'll just do it on her own.
I know.
She'll do it on her
I'll
own.
say it on my own.
There are downsides, like her incessant pitching of the meat market that doesn't exist. But you know,
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the time that I started singing along to a song without thinking about the words of the song. That was a good one. That was one of my classics, I think. Just
oh
turn
yeah,
to
I
stream and
forgot
start
we're live
dropping
on
the
a
N-word.
stream.
Yeah.
Hey Johnny, hey Digger says all right God, good to see you all right God.
There I got. How you doing?
Digger, I have something that might work, and it's not a black guy. Fucking Jesus. Oh.
Yeah, I think it was about 150 strippers got me banned. I think it was like 150 for this.
Well, I certainly hope
It was
that
the whole starter kit. So
I certainly hope that does what you need. Meat market
I
does
certainly hope
exist,
so too.
and we might open a side gig of dolphin mating. You go right off. There's no meat market. There's no dolphin mating.
No dolphin mating. I have got no. My hands are off. I got nothing to do with any dolphin mating. No, that's on you, King Kondong.
She's covered
my
in
name on
one.
that.
She's covered in one aqua mammal's whack-it juice. All right.
Jeez.
Dominion After Dark with $10. The bigger the meat, the bigger the market. Thank you for the $10. I really hope I get an answer soon on that coffee situation. Because I want to know if I have to go out. I don't want to go out later, but I'm not doing tomorrow. I did tomorrow and today without coffee. It's been difficult.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the weather is going to continue to be shitty and indecisive for like the next couple days. So my legs are going to suck in the mornings. Like it happened 3 or 4 times today where my back just started like tensing up and pulling me out of my chair. Just thinking about it, it's making it like, and that's where the yawning and stuff comes in. Like when people are like, and they get stretched like that. Yeah, my body does that. And the whole time I'm like, no, stop. And I have to like hold on to something because my legs are coiling and everything else. And pretty soon it's just, yeah, you're just going to eat it and hit the floor. It's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
555 from the same person who told me breathe, and him saying for Digger and her giggle. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you. Hey, who shall remain nameless. I think.
Yeah, you got to get your PayPal or whatever set up so I can start throwing money at you for merch that you sell and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will.
And then in a couple of days here, after I'm not doing 2 shows or more a day, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon and get my motherfucking stupid damn thing set up so I can put all of your PayPal stuff to use. and get you paid up for your merch. Figure out what else we have left, and I got to order new merch for me. Thank you, streamlabs.com/justkiddingllc. Isn't it /merch? I feel like that part was part of it too. That's one. You can donate there, or for the merch, it is /merch. We have the shirts, all of that wonderful stuff. Biblically accountable, I think, will be the next shirt that I'm gonna come up with something and make for that. And I gotta get going. Wrong button.
But take the women's shirts down.
Oh yeah,
men's
dude.
fitted tees work way better as a women's.
Well, nobody's
t-shirt.
buying them anyway, so I'm like, well, what are the odds that they're gonna fly off the shelf now?
One.
What? Yeah, I know you did.
I bought one.
You bought one to test them out, and then
I
you're
did
like,
the test. Yeah.
which I
I'm
still
saying,
was
don't do
like,
it.
I was like, I don't know.
Kids, don't do it.
Yeah, well, either way, we're advocating that people don't, and I'll quit being lazy eventually. I had this really cool vampire game that has seeped into my soul. I'm sorry.
Right?
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I could not stop. I could not stop. I got tempted to just be like, I'm gonna just go to bed, and then I'll get up later and not do a show, and I'll play the game instead. And then I was like, when the weather was really, really bad, starting the morning, I'm like, well, if I don't do the show, I mean, I have a battery backup. I could still play the game. Like, that'd be fine. And then as soon as I start thinking that, I keep checking the weather updates on my phone, and I notice that,
It's
like,
nicer.
well, yeah, the percent chance of thunderstorms is dropping and dropping. And then it's like, well, it's going to be like around 3 o'clock, and it's a 35. So it's getting to be about 50-50. The, oh my God, you're in tornado death lane stuff, that was yesterday. It's not going to happen. Like, okay. All right, then. Just leave that at that. Just move forward. So that's how it went.
You gotta keep going.
And I got to do a show. And I'm so happy I did. Because I did a show.
And it
started
great.
out just fucking right up the ass, man. I still can't sit straight. Digger, did you hear
I've not
about?
heard about that.
Oh, Jesus Christ! There's nothing to hear. Aaron and there was a business. There is a business.
Wait, no, that's a thing.
No, there's a
I thought
business.
that was an imaginary exotic meat item.
Well, it is an imaginary exotic meat item, but there's a business called Under the Hood. It's like a food truck. It's called Under the Hood. And so it's going to be at Stoney's. Aaron was doing an Under the Hood thing, and that led to us doing a big bit in this morning show about clit calamari because of the argument of, I guess, like if it was breaded and fried, a clit would have the consistency of calamari. I don't know. I like how you're sitting like, right? And we're talking about mutilating women for hors d'oeuvres. Okay. But yeah,
Nice.
so that was the whole thing. And balls deep clamamari.
Oh, gosh.
No.
Oh, wow. So that is the thing, though. Wow. Okay.
When you make your wife cry because it's battered and fried, that's clamamore.
Oh, God.
Sorry. I couldn't stop it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It wasn't my idea. Clit it Bex. I have no idea what Mr. Blue Sky is saying. I think he means clip it. Either way. But my best part about the show that I really enjoyed that I think you would have loved is that people, I forget what, something started the conversation about Israel being formed where it was. And I said they should have aimed for Czechoslovakia. They could have set everything up there because I feel like, the Czechs mix. See, Czechs mix? Ah! It's a dad joke. It's a dad joke. Sean, forgot the name of your show, Johnny. Sorry, I'm here now. It's all right. I forget the name of my show all the time. It sucks. Why would you remember it? But thank you for being here. I'm glad you take the time and the effort. It means you care, and I really appreciate that. Now you got me thinking about clam strips, says SH. See, that's a food dish that just sounds too close to something people enjoy. Like the landing strip, the ladies get. I feel like that could be called the clam strip very easily. That would not be okay. I liked Chex Mix, says SH. Right? Chex Mix was a good joke. Wild Saffron
Wild's
says
right.
breaded and fried.
Go
Everyone
ahead.
knows it's best fresh out the box. Well, I mean, you got to find the guy who caught it. Then you're like, really, it's like really fresh catch is the best way to have it. You know.
You're not out there catching it yourself.
Right? All you're catching is herpes. Anyways, we have what is it? 2:45. That's an hour and 45 minutes left in the program. So thank you all here. We're on our goal of May 2nd at $50. Wait, nope. I gotta take that other 5 to 5. So that's another 5 off of there, and then I need to take. So it's 10 off. So we're $40 on May 2nd, which I think is like Thursday or Friday. $40 left on May 2nd, which, yep, that's this Friday. We're $40 away from being cleared out all week.
Oh,
I'm out of water. No, that's not an applause, you
Right.
dick. I am half tempted to take my camera down, and as much as I deeply regret leaving it in your hands, like leaving the show in your hands for a moment, how do you feel about that? Are you fine with that or no?
I'm fine with it. You go get your water.
All right.
Take care of you, boo. We'll be good.
You're going to behave while I'm gone?
I will do my best.
What is that? That's worrisome. I just remember there's a merch shop. Feel free to push the merch shop.
The merch shop.
There is no exotic meat. I don't know where these
No
rumors
exotic
get
meat.
started. And when I find out,
Nope.
so help me God, no meat.
There's no exotic meat. There's no futons. There's no gorilla milk. Okay, guys? None of this stuff actually exists. You can't buy any exotic meat from anywhere. Least of all from Johnny's Exotic Meat Market. You totally cannot do that at all because it doesn't exist. We've got so many great things. Oh shoot, I'm blanking. I was trying to be a smartass and I'm losing all my words. Damn it. We've got steaks. We've got bacon. We've got all sorts of goody stuff, but it's not just made from your normal meats. We use all sorts of the most exotic meats. We've got pangolins. We've got panthers. We've got all sorts of stuff. I'm So we definitely do not sell any of those exotic meats at all. None of them at all, I promise. Wink, wink. Right, exactly. Not a thing. The stakes are high. Don't don't lose your cool. Yes, we've got all sorts of different steaks from different types of animals. Oh no, Los Federales says I have an up and coming meat market. That's a different kind of meat market there, bud. That's not the kind of meat market we're not advertising for right now because we don't have either of those kinds of meat markets. Baboon scrotums. Actually, that's the one that I was trying, not the baboon scrotums, but that reminded me because it was the peacock balls. Peacock balls were really, really selling off the shelves from the store that doesn't exist. Everyone was loving them, but we went through them too fast. We found multiple new sources. So peacock balls will once again be a regular thing on the menu in the store that doesn't exist. No giraffe neck jerky. Jerky's the other word I was struggling to find but couldn't. Thank you so much. So we've got all sorts of stuff in the Johnny's Exotic Meat Market. All sorts of stuff that totally does not exist in real life. Totally does not exist in real life. We do not sell cats. Cats are not exotic, nor are they eaten. We also do not sell gorilla meat. Gorillas, the only thing that we have from our gorillas is the milk, which they give up willingly and happily each day. And usually twice a day. We do not sell gorilla steaks or anything like that. We love our gorillas. And when they're done, we will take them up to the Gorilla Glue factory and turn them into glue so that we can use every single part of them. But we do not eat our gorillas, okay? We do not eat our gorillas. The polar bear meat sticks. Oh, okay. I thought we were out of those. So, yeah, I'll just throw it up on the fly then. We'll go 50% off the polar bear meat sticks. Right now, if you put an order in right now, 50% off the polar bear meat sticks. They're a lot of fun. We're getting into camping season, so all sorts of good times on the big bonfire there. Polar bear meat sticks, really good. Now that Johnny's gone, I'm running into an issue. Has his severed. He's quadrupled his severed pig. Phallus order. We don't have the capacity for his order. Honestly, at that point, just send him over to Piggy's Palace. Piggy's Palace, they've got a whole ton of pigs. They just lots and lots and lots of pigs. So send him over that way. We just cannot keep up. The demand is much larger than we can fulfill in the store that does not exist.
I really am not happy with the amount of shit I heard while I was walking back here. That's not. Sean scrolls back up in the chat. Grr comment got booted in YouTube. Booze. Yeah. Fucking Jesus Christ. Are you Ginny from Harry Potter? Ginny from Harry Potter.
No.
What? I don't know. Brockistan. Good to see you. I don't believe so. Wink, wink. Are you his wife? Oh, are you my wife? My wife. Are you my wife?
My wife.
Are you my wife?
No. I am happily unmarried. Thank you very much. Where are these? Are these Twitch things?
Where are these?
Not
Yeah, no,
seeing
those are Twitch.
comments.
Those comments are on
Okay, that's
Twitch.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just weirdly, you're happily unmarried? That's a weird one. It's a weird one.
A lot of people are happily married. I'm happy.
So you're
and
single.
unmarried,
So you're single.
I'm single. Yes.
All
And then
right,
the whole thing just froze on me. Oh damn! That was a fortunate timing in the freeze.
I don't know why anyone wants to eat a severed hog schlong, but the man loves them. That's just gross. I don't want to
Right?
know.
can't
Don't
keep
do
up
these
on it.
things. Kids do make a good couple. I should hope not. Don't couple up kids.
Yeah.
I'm against arranged marriages,
Want to keep the kids
and I like,
couple.
keep the children innocent. Don't make them couples, please. I would have. I know what you're saying, and you're right. We do. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. Los federales, but they're beautiful. Does it really matter if nobody tells? Nobody tells what? Panda paw wrapped in puff pastry. No, that's just gross. It's just gross. Wild saffron, singly satisfied. What does singly
There you go.
satisfied mean? Like there's one way you're satisfied or you're not satisfied?
Singularly satisfied. No, I'm not singly. I'm singularly satisfied. Like I'm especially satisfied.
Okay. I don't know how. So, all right. You know what? Anyways, Johnny's legs are as useful as a lifeguard in the Olympics. That's accurate and hurtful at the same time. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? There's no need for that. Hey, look, a cattail. That makes me feel good. I don't have any kitties around here. And then when this is done, when this little ding dong show is done, it's looking like I am gonna have to head on out. Oh hell yeah! Pause the show. Pause the show.
Okay. Breaking news.
I'm not sharing the photo with you guys because I'm not that kind of a douche canoe. My daughter's
not
fucking
just
student of the month.
Nice. Nicely done.
And thanks to the
There you
overburdened
go,
Minnesota and educational system in general, I know there's way more than 12 kids in that classroom, so they aren't just handing one out every month. You've got to earn that thing. And they aren't even in school for 12 months. So they only get what? like 9 months of the year to fuck around and get it done. What? Wait, nope, 3. Yep, nope, that's 9. I did math. See, I think I'm turning Japanese. All right, so like I said,
Quick as a
they've got
dream.
9 months. They got 9 months to highlight accomplishments in a classroom of like 30 people. That's 1 in 3 at best. At best. Suck it. Suck it. All those other kids are retarded except her. That's awesome. That's awesome.
No, she's that smart. Are we sure she's yours?
King Kong, don't shit on my pride. Johnny, nice, but Minnesota hands them out to 4 kids a month. What, in each class? In each class? I mean, like, or you just mean like 4 kids? He means, you know what he means? He means 4 kids in the whole state. She has, I'm saying it here first. She has beaten out all but 3 other children in the state for student of the month. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't even think the other 3 are in the same city, let alone the same school. So yeah, yes, in each class. You, King Kong, how do you know? And don't tell me how you know, because that'll just prove me that I'm wrong. I am.
I know how he knows.
You don't know. You don't know how proud I am right now. Don't shit on. Don't crap on my heart. I already have janky teeth. Don't crap on my heart, son. Each kid has one on their locker by June in her school.
Damn it, King Kong Tom.
I was so happy, you dick. Why would you ruin that for me? Why? Why would you ruin that for me? Oh. Why?
Yes, we can see you now, Sean. It's camera action.
It's just.
We still can't hear you, but you're not actually in the stream, so that would be why.
So happy.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to change so that you can forget and be excited again.
Never gonna forget. Get excited again. The minute I start getting excited, I'll be like, "Oh well, you know, that's when they handed them out." Bet those assholes went alphabetical. Student of the month, Russian collusion, says Satan.
Right.
Well, King Kong Dong, that would, because hers isn't. Stop crapping on my heart, King Kong. Stop crapping on my heart, sir. I have asked, and I have repeated. Stop crapping on my heart. All right? I liked the belief I had. Now, when this is all said and done, I'm going to have to, well, I suppose I got to check the bank account first before I go out and go big spending buying coffee creamer and such. Let's make sure we're not living tight on the funds. No, coffee creamer. What, you think I'm going to go get someone to throw breast milk at me? Did you say breastfeeding? Oh.
No, I said breastfeed grammar. Don't blame Kong. It's called the No Child Left Behind program.
Because I was about to say, I was about to say, that doesn't make any sense because I'm over here. Wait a minute, let me look down. Has Allstate not gone out yet? Nope. So, yeah, I'm going to have food. I know, that'll be fun. What part of the vegetables don't you eat, Digger? What part of the vegetables don't you eat?
No, how that.
Is that a joke?
I don't know.
Creamer, hardly newer. Ayo, well.
Hey.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really want to go on like a full grocery shopping run. I don't really know that I need to, so I might go to like Walgreens because it's smaller and I can roll in and out, like literally roll in and out faster. But yeah, if I went shopping, then maybe I'd go to. But I just have to get some coffee creamer just because starting my day.
Don't have like a corner store?
That's like, for me, that's what Walgreens is. But we used to have stuff like that. But now it's like you could go to like Quick Trip and things like that, like petrol stations. You can get that. Those places now have a lot of that kind of stuff too. But ooh, you know what? I just need bread and coffee creamer. Yeah, screw going to Walgreens. No, but yeah, Walgreens will be cheaper. Fuck. All right, so see what it is? Johnny, transform and roll out. No, I can't. Like the roll out part. The wheelchair's in the car, sir. I have to climb upstairs to get to the car. And then I have to get in the car and drive the car where I need to go. And then I get the wheelchair because it's not safe to hobble around on a walker and it's problematic. It takes way too long now. So in public, I have to use a wheelchair. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. So I'm not like wheelchair bound. If I moved into an apartment that was wheelchair friendly and I had to like roll from the garage to the apartment, and am I saying this as someone who has done the math on an apartment complex nearby? Yes. Then yeah, we'd do that. You know, roll your boat, and then pull out your keys, unlock the front door, and go inside, and then welcome to my apartment. Right? It was going great until till the end. I was like, yeah, fuck it, we'll just peter out at the end. Just go and welcome to my apartment. All right. Anyways, Saint Caesar was mentioning this massive power outage in Spain and Portugal or something like that. Yeah. And so let's play this quick. This is a very short video just to catch up on that. We have an hour and a half left in the program. And then, like I said, when I'm done, I'm probably going to... Oh, wait, that was the other thing I was going to say. So when I'm done, I'm going to go shopping and come back. Did you want me to be on your program this evening? You usually do a program this evening?
Well, of course.
All right. Well, then I'll try and make sure to be there. I should definitely have... Definitely have coffee.
I didn't get hear about from the girls, but SH and
Wild were invited, I saw.
Wild, yes. Did you want me to send you invites? Because I can. Again, you don't need to be on camera. We
have plenty of people that are mic only.
Plenty.
You know what? Yeah. I should keep pimping and shelling your shit. No. Why don't you tell them what you're doing really quick?
Oh gosh. I'm doing stuff and things with stuff. Then I do more stuff with things. And then occasionally we talk about it.
Dynamite drop-in money. That broadcasting school's really paying off for you.
I know, right?
Fucking hell, man. I'm like, just tell them what you're doing.
Oh, come on. I talk to people. I talk with my friends on stream on Mondays, and on Thursdays I talk with the chat in chat. Well, I'm not in chat, but I talk to the chat. And yeah, so I do a lot of talking with people and things and stuff, and it's fun. It is a lot of fun. So feel free to come and join us. It's at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because of course I'm over here in the West Coast, which is the best coast. So yeah, you can do your math from there. 4 p.m. Pacific.
4 p.m. Pacific. It's like 6 p.m. correct standard time.
Well, I guess
CST.
if you want to say that.
That's what it stands for.
Oh, okay.
CST stands for correct standard time.
I don't care if I'm correct or not. We're in the best coast.
Oh, well, hey. You know what? Fuck off. I come correct.
Pacific Standard Time.
I always come correct and on time.
Come correct and on time. All right.
I'd like to order some jizz for 5 minutes from now.
He was the one for you. Well, he said he could come correct and on time, and I went, oof, he's still in my heart.
Finally, someone that I know how long they're going to plow me, and I can order a pizza around them. You know what I mean? Like, that's always good. Because then, you know, at least if you're not sexually satisfied, there's pizza.
Pizza.
All right. It's important to maintain a correct balance between the stuff and the things, says Rexstar Perica. You're right. The stuff and the things. I took the camera off to do my little hoot for the support we've had. Thank you very much. And I have to say, I almost freaking, I don't know what you call it, back flushed the pipe or whatever, because like there was an exhale trying to come out, because I'm like, I'll just be like, hey, I'll throw it to this, and she'll be like, hey guys, well, I'll be doing my chat on my program, whatever. The minute I click the button, you're like, oh dear. Like fucking deer in headlights. I'm like, all right, so I'm going to jump off quick. Hey, how about you tell about your thing? And I just literally am like, and boop. And the minute I disappeared, you're like, and I'm just like, oh, we got it. And you didn't freeze that way, but there was a split second of that. And so you have that and you're like, oh, and then, so I chat and I do stuff with stuff and things. And I'm just like, oh, this is, it's like throwing small children into a pool to watch them flail until they learn to swim. It's sadistic, and I don't know why we keep doing it, but goddamn I do.
It's fun.
All right, anyways. Johnny come on time since when? Mr. Q saying Central Standard Time. Yeah, for the fucking normies and the lamos. For those in the know, it's correct standard time. The world runs on Eastern Standard Time. Freaks.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Weird.
Johnny, do an online pickup order. I don't think there's an order minimum. You can get it from the drive-thru. What at Walgreens?
For Walgreens. Yeah. Then you don't have to actually get out.
Yeah, but the drive-thru is just for medications, and they use those little tiny pneumatic tubes. How are they going to get my creamer through the pneumatic tubes?
I think it's a different kind of drive-through, huh?
No, but I'm saying Walgreens doesn't have more than one kind of drive-thru. I suppose they have the door up front, but I think the door up front uses the drawer thing because they handle prescriptions.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the Walgreens I know of does not have a drive-through other than the pharmaceutical drive-through.
They might have a drive up.
They don't have a drive
up.
They don't have a drive up. I've been to this Walgreens a lot. Like, I know I can get rung up at the pharmacy. Like, the pharmacy will ring up all my stuff at once if I was picking up a medication, which I'm not. I'd go to the gas station, but I'd be tempted to buy another $5 scratch-off ticket and see what happens. Did I tell you what happened the last time I bought a $5 scratch-off? Yeah. I'm like, and then we're just going to be there for fucking ever. And, like, my food is going to melt and shit. Like, no, screw that. I'll just do it this way. Creamer should fit through the drawer. Nah. You know, handicap parking's pretty nice. It's always a short jaunt from my car to the aisle in front of the door to into the store. So I think I'll be okay. I appreciate that. And if all like 7 handicap spots are taken, then Walgreens has same day delivery. In Minnesota? DoorDash it? No. Why? That's making it more
You're going to pay
expensive.
more for the DoorDash than you will for the creamer.
It's just going to be, can a mod throw up her channel, please? Yeah, feel free to drop your channel links.
Sorry, I wasn't even looking.
You damn dirty. So
dirty, yeah? Digger?
Digger, yeah.
That's what you were going to say, right?
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna scream your name like that's my digger. But anyways, yeah. So throw your links up in the chat. Let them know where they can find you tonight. I'll definitely join you at least for a little while. I might tap out early, especially if I start getting the whole like, and we're sleepy again. So then we'll do that. But yeah, I definitely have to have coffee for tomorrow morning. Otherwise, life isn't worth living. So that'll be a thing. I've been trying to start this story like 3 times now. So I think I'm just gonna flip over here while balls deep and others link Digger's channels. Like, follow, subscribe, have a good time. She does a lot of different content, and pretty much she's
like
gonna
leading on the chat.
she's gonna steal all of my viewers and then just abandon me. And I've made my peace with that. All right, let's go ahead and hit play. So this is just a bunch of people gathered in Spain. It's a massive power outage, but you can't really tell because it's the middle of the day.
Whole country.
Yeah, it's the whole country.
It's like the Venezuelan stuff.
Do we have any?
The whole country turned off for days.
Why is the country turned off though? Is my question. Like, did they?
You cracked the case.
No, you didn't. I hate when they put ads. But yeah, so.
Johnny needs a fetching slave. We're working out. We're contract right now, negotiations. He doesn't want to pay me a fair wage. We're working on it there, Wild.
What? Johnny needs a fetching slave.
Yeah.
Nah. I want my children.
Willing,
succeeded.
But I need to get paid.
And to learn when you fail. Okay, King Kong Dog. Interesting. My dad is in Spain. He has no power too, and Portugal has no power also. Yeah, as I was saying, Spain and Portugal, the power is completely out. It's a CNN story, so it flipped over as soon as the video was done. Because that's what they all do to up their likes so they can sell them to their advertisers. Look how much traffic we get on our website. It's like, That would be one thing if it'll never happen, of course, but if I was ever in like a meeting with like Fox News or CNN, where they'll be like, yeah, well, or the media groups that own them, I should say. Yeah, well, we can pitch you onto platforms. We have like this one, this one, this one. Like, well, that's a problem right there because they force ads on people and be like, what do you mean? Well, no, this is the ads before the stories. Like, yeah. Then they move the page on you. I hate that company. I want them to suffer. Anyways, we've got a couple of different things left. I've got 3 videos left. I don't know. We've got, and then I've got to get to the second hour. So we've got a few different things to pick from. Because seeing as how we have a little bit over an hour left in the show, which would you like to see and talk about first? The video of a boat colliding with a ferry, and then fleeing the scene. The video of Bill Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend shutting down any talk of their relationship on an interview, or a lefty woman living in her car.
Lefty woman living in her car. I need a laugh.
All right. Well, I feel like we could get a laugh out of all 3, but hey, maybe I'm just optimistic. Let's get over to this one. Lefty woman in her car. So this lady apparently lives in her car. I haven't seen this video. This is all based off of the information surrounding it when I got it. Apparently this woman lives in her car and says she quit her job after finding out blank. And you go ahead, chat, and everyone else volunteering what they think the blank is that she found out that made her quit her job. And let's just go straight over to the tweet. She posted it on Twitter.
You want to know?
A liberal, and again, it's not the assumption that she's homeless. Supposedly, according to the video, from what I've heard, she says she's homeless. So this is a person saying that they are homeless, they're living out of their car, and they quit their job because of blank. And I wonder what I want to press 1 for boat. Sean says 1. Rexstar Parody, her boss voted for Trump. Garnishing wages for student loans, says SH. No, I'll definitely tell you that right now. That's too lame of a story for me to grab. Oh, damn. Was it a scab? It was. It was a scab. That's a thing. Now he's bleeding.
Aw.
Yeah, dude. I had
to do that sort of thing,
I had a zit like 3 days ago that I freaking popped. And I guess it scabbed over, and I thought, hey, you know what we can do? When our head's itchy.
Scratch that.
It was itchy, and then you ever find something and your fingers are like, well, now I got to futz with it? Because mine are.
Oh, never.
Yeah, mine
Never,
are that
ever.
way. So this is incredibly embarrassing. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to leave it there. If we face over here, nobody can tell.
Nobody can do that.
Just going to dab this every once in a while. Just come in and dab it.
No big deal.
Did we get it? No, we didn't. There we did. I'm going to pick up a variety of bandages, some of those little tiny circular ones. So I can just put
Fuck off.
No, I apparently...
Little
Nope. There we go. It's coming to an end. Okay, so, dude, I had another scab, like an old one on my knee that I thought was like coming off on its own. And I took it off, and it's from a cat climbing onto my leg. And they did one of those like little pinhole pokes in your leg where it's not like it hurt really. Well, it didn't feel good, but it's not like it hurt really badly. But the fucker bleeds like you would not believe. And it won't stop. It doesn't ever stop. It just keeps gushing and gushing. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. You wouldn't, to look at it without bleeding, you'd think there's nothing wrong there. Anyways, let's go over to this. We have our liberal friend, someone saying John's monthly blood. No.
Ew.
If that were the case, then my foot did that like a couple of weeks ago. I bleed all over all the time, unfortunately, because I have,
liquid skin.
I'm accident prone is what it is. I'm accident prone, and I fidget. So now I'm just gonna have a bright red spot on my head for 45 minutes. Okay, so, well, a pretty kitty.
This is my boopers, who puked all over the place. As soon as I finished washing and cleaning all the mats and putting them back on the ground, she decided that would be a good time.
Ha.
Yeah. She's
Your
such a
cat's a
lovely
dick.
kitty. Yeah.
She looks like a calico. Is she a calico?
No, she's
With light
this
spots?
is the one that her mom was a purebred ragdoll
Oh.
who got out of the house once, came home pregnant, and she's the only one that looks anything like the dad. So have no idea what the dad was. But she
Gonna
definitely
guess.
doesn't look like a ragdoll.
I'm gonna guess the dad was a North American Tigey, just because the patches of orange in there kind of have a pattern. I don't know. I may or may not have spent way too much time around cats this much in my life already. I'd be a crazy cat lady, except I have a dick. All right, so let's go with this video.
Thank God for that.
Woot, right? She looks like she could use it. All right, so some people have already guessed it. She is homeless, living out of her car. She quit her job. Yeah, I don't know why she's homeless. I'm going to assume by choice.
Well, if she quit her job,
She quit her job.
that's by choice.
That was
So if
definitely
she's
by
homeless
choice.
because she can't afford to pay rent, then that's her choice too.
All right,
I'd
fair
say
enough.
she's by choice, homeless
Okay,
and
sure.
jobless.
Homeless by choice. Now jobless by choice. She quit her job because, again, someone guessed it. Donald Trump voted, or her boss voted for Donald Trump. She found out her boss voted for Donald Trump.
She quit.
Now, regardless of where the story goes from here, I just want everyone to take one solemn moment to remember the fact that she's homeless and her boss voted for Donald Trump. Now, if her boss never voted for Donald Trump and she kept her job versus her boss voting for Donald Trump equals the same. Oh, it's right. It's the wrong side. I was trying to be sneaky and dab my head.
I noticed, yeah.
Yeah, and I
wasn't going to say anything.
Thank you for that. I was checking to make sure it's done. It's done bleeding.
Since you had said it out loud, it was,
right. I'm saying I was trying to be suave, and you up and fucked me. All
You're
right,
the
so
one that pointed it out. I was just ignoring you.
Los Federales, my friend in school, was half breed, half white, half Japanese. Well, now I'm jealous. All right, everyone. I guess she told him. Well, that's the thing. Nothing changes by you quitting your job or by your boss voting for Donald Trump.
It probably makes the work environment happier, more cheerful.
Probably. Like I'm saying, she probably did everybody else a solid. I mean, her boss is probably certainly. But what if you agreed with your boss on everything and you really needed this job? Her car looks like shit. There's something going on with the headrest up there. Why don't you, I don't know, not tie someone's... Again, he has the right to vote for whoever he wants. I'm not saying he should fire you if you voted for Kamala Harris. That's your right. Vote for who you want, who you think will work for you. That's the reason the whole thing exists. But when you're willing to quit your job like that, like I have a feeling you don't understand how life works. Like eventually you're not going to have any opportunities because people are like, oh, if I don't fucking agree with every little thing you say, you're not going to work here. I'm not going to waste my time on an employee I'll lose the minute I disagree with.
You want to know how against...
All right, so yeah. All right. Well, here we go.
Ooh, drunk.
No,
Right.
Oh, you want to play that game? All right.
Just
you want to know how against...
And you want to know how? All right, use it. How drunk?
Look at your mouth. Yeah, I'm saying drunk.
You want to know how against... I thought you were doing the game. You want to know how... And I thought you were about to say, like, drunk. Never mind. She's not doing the ad-libs thing. Yes,
no,
so...
I think she's drunk.
You think she's drunk? Well, we're about to find how against Trump she is. She's definitely worked up. Being drunk would at least explain it. She'd rather be unemployed and poor than work for some dude who voted for Trump. Exactly. But here's the thing. Yeah. She wants to be unemployed and poor because she knows there's things and systems that'll take care of her. But my point is, if you disagree with the person on the political basis, that's fine. But this is a completely irresponsible way to quit your job. But again, Johnny is suave like shampoo, right? I use Head and Shoulders, but you don't have dandruff. Oh, I remember those commercials, and man, do I miss them.
Good old days.
The tingling tells you it's working. It's not acid burning your scalp at all. It's working.
You want to know how against Trump I am? I got a fucking job, living in my car, okay, no address, bitch, all right? Found out that my fucking employer voted for Trump, and guess who quit? I did. And then, okay, had this fucking guy, like, all interested in me.
All right, hold on. Before we go
Wait a
to
minute.
hear more about how you save people, I want to take a moment to steal someone else's bit and say, ma'am, you making that video where you showed off living in your car because you're who's fucking homeless, you are, and you quit that job solely because your boss voted for Trump. That's one of these. Digger, do you know what this is?
No.
This is a cell phone.
Yeah. Okay, that's what yeah.
So that's what she's
I'm
giving
waiting
us.
for the
She just
catch.
gave us a cell phone. A cell phone. Never mind. All right, go on ahead.
It went
Roll
right I
on
got it
to
now.
what?
Nothing.
Wait, you want us
Thank
to
you. I'm allowed
guys
to keep
rewind
it.
the no, we'll do another take. Cut live. What do you mean live?
What do you mean live? This
Where's
isn't live?
And where the hell is the intimacy coordinator? All right. That was just a fun joke for me. I don't care who you are. And you might be like, hey, what's that from? I don't fucking care. All right, let's go ahead and hit play.
Like, all interested in me because I'm hot and young. Okay, cool. And was like, I have this fucking room that you can stay in for a fucking cheaper rate. Blah, 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 blah. Found out he was a fucking Trumpy. And guess who decided to stay in her fucking car? Me.
Well, one, dude offering you a room because you're all young and hot and blah, 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 blah. He sounds like several red flags. So either you're vastly misrepresenting your offer, which is possible, and or that's probably a good thing. Look, two wrongs don't make a right. That guy being a Trumper being like, crash at my crib, and you not taking that deal, that might be a good idea. But quitting your only job because he voted for Trump, not a good idea. Also, young and hot, you do realize she was wagering you were drunk. She was wagering you were drunk. There we go. I'm learning how to point. She was wagering you were drunk. I thought you were on drugs. In fact, I'm not. I haven't ruled out the drugs. There's something about the look, and maybe it's because, again, she's homeless, living out of her car. At least, if nothing else, she's got plenty of time to think about what she's done. I would love to see that job interview. So are you going to go to future job interviews asking if they voted for Donald Trump? Because depending on where you're living, that might be a horrible idea. Considering both your boss and your guy that wanted you to move in with him because it's got to be the guy that told her she's young and hot. Like, she has to be saying that as like, oh, I can totally smell that you're trying to get in my pants because you told me I'm young and hot. Like, she looks like she's at least sort of self-aware. She has to at least be that self-aware, right? Because it's not about bubbles. That's just, you don't own a reflective surface. You've never seen a mirror. There's rearview mirrors on your car. You've never taken a gander. Flip down that sun visor. Flip up the little thing under it. You know what that is? Boom, that's a mirror. One look in that, and you should be able to see what you're working with and should know young and hot are not two adjectives that would describe you.
What twist? Her boss voted for Kamala, but knew it would wig her out if he told her Trump.
Even better. Who said that?
Thanks, Bull Steve.
Balls deep. Thank you. I like that idea. She's a Minnesota 3 and a Canadian 2, says King Kong Dong. She is a special kind of crazy. How does this hurt her boss or Trump? It hurts neither. All it hurts is her. You see, she looks like a heroine. Show me on the doll where President Trump hurt you. Apparently he grabbed her by the pussy. She's hot. Fuck, I'm old. Standards have changed. Saint RN, there's so many incels right now that standards are they willing? Are they consensual? That's, I guess, good enough. And I personally, I don't accept that. I've kept my standards high for quite a while. I'm pretty happy about that. Most business owners are Trump supporters because business.
Wild Saffron was, she's making a very, very good point. She says, well, she's homeless, but she has all her teeth. So by that standard, she is hot. I'll give you that.
So wait a minute.
From the standard of homelessness, she's doing pretty good.
So
I give her a homeless 7, 8.
I'm just curious though. I just want to clarify: is she saying my cell phone bit that I am totally admitting I stole is not funny? I thought it was funny. Well then, homeless hot, dude. Homeless hot. That's That's just like saying like, oh, what's that? Is that a turd in your hands? No, it's a homeless hand warmer. No, it's still a pile of shit. Let's be clear.
Yeah, but it warms your hands.
Right. Look, I'm just saying the only guys that are legit trying to bang down this door are probably people that are
homeless people.
Yeah, because they need the roof over their heads, and she has a sunroof, so it's like 2 in 1. I've seen better at the truck stop at 2 a.m., says Mr. Q. Why are you cruising for ladies at the truck stop at 2 a.m., Mr. Q? That's an admission nobody needed. Damn, buffering. Oh, shit, KBS dropped a little. And again. All right, so it's not resetting the router. Yeah, I went down to 2. Now we're at 2.8.3.3.3. Now it popped back up to 5.6, 3.6.
So.
Yeah, the stream's running fine for me and you. Like, everything's working fine. It's just the KBS
screw
output.
The rest of them then. They can put up with us being robots and pixelated. I'm sure the chat doesn't mind, right?
Yeah, it might be all right. I'm hanging out for a minute.
It's fine.
We got back up to 45 and 53. It's kind of, you are so hot. I got a brand of cardboard you have to check out back in my alley. All her teeth are not always a good thing. You ever get a gummy from a hobo in the alley? No. Could the storm could be the storm rolling through the area? That's actually very accurate. It could be the storm rolling through the area. Off topic, but Walmart gummy worms taste like cough medicine. Walmart brand.
Interesting.
I guess I'm going to Walmart after the show.
I don't know if it tastes like
good cough medicine.
They have the same effects.
Like tastes
like gummies.
Tastes like cough medicine, like when you were a kid and your parents would give you that really cheap cough medicine that was way too strong. So like you do a little thing of it and you're like, wow, this is what it's like to be drunk, and it's just it's knockoff NyQuil, and it's just me, huh? Dude, your girlfriend is hot, homeless hot, but SH dime tap. What's a dime tap? Like the ladies a dime tap? I don't know what he's talking about. Ooh, I just realized I could go to Walgreens, which is like way over there, or I could go to Walmart, which is like right nearby. Yeah.
Well, you might as well go there then.
Yeah, but then like
Quicker.
the thing is Walmart's bigger and I have to roll in, roll out. Mostly I just have to keep rolling. What? I you know why, and I won't go into all the story about it. I've been rewatching Castlevania, and I've been getting annoyed because after I get done watching episodes of it, it says like, oh, you might also like. And the guy that produced the Castlevania series also produced the Devil May Cry one, and every time that I think of Devil May Cry, I'm like, maybe I should rewatch it again. I really love Devil May Cry. It's a huge part of my gaming childhood. I've played all the games. I'm a big Devil May Cry fan. I have the anime, the original one that they made a while ago on DVD. Like I'm a big fan of this world. It's like someone who's like, I'm a Harry Potter guy. I've got all the books. I got a pair of sunglasses and a fake Voldemort scar tattoo thing. Like I know it's weird, and I'm not saying I'm a wizard, but if an owl showed up on my doorstep, I'd be like, thank you. Anyhow, so my point is. Somewhere around here. My point is, the fucking music in the Devil May Cry anime is so off of the actual world that it's based off of. Like the music of Devil May Cry, if I think of Devil May Cry, like I think Devil May Cry 3, if I try to like think of it and hear a band, all I hear is literally Rob Zombie's brother's band, Power Man 5000. Worlds Collide. That's literally the song I think of where it's like, now this is what it's like when worlds collide. And it's like the music, like the bass line beat, like the dun, 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 and then it kicks at the end where it's like dun, 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 and it's like going faster. The fucking Limp Bizkit thing starts out with just like the beat and the move and the rhythm is wrong. Starts out high and then it moves into a weird spot. Like the music choices are kind of off. And for a game that literally the music came in louder when you played it more and better. Like the Devil May Cry 4, you actually, to hear the music in its entirety, you had to get to the SS tier combo ranking. We're talking like the I'm an autistic fucking Chinese man hitting combos on the keys to the point where your hands go numb and you're like, I can't do it anymore. Blah, blah, to the point where people cheat and they get a freaking pen and they just rake it over the buttons really, really fast, going, eventually by mass entrance, this has to work. Like those people like have to get to the top tier of the combo meter to hear the music all the way. The music is a big part of the show, and he effed it over so bad on that I can't overlook all of his other like woke crap that he put in it. Sorry, that I don't know. Nobody asked for that rant, but I blame it on seeing Caesar type and keep rolling. Because I don't know where I said that he's not Fred Durst, he's Fred Dirt. That it? It was Fat Conan then. Fred Dirt.
Okay.
Was he talking about me though? I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't remember what started that rant.
Diamond Tap. Yep. Is that the cheap cough syrup you were talking about? The knockoff cough syrup? Diamond Tap?
Maybe. I don't remember the name. I just remember that I got goofed up more than once by my parents because I was coughing and they gave me cough syrup, and then so like I stopped coughing, but I was also like for a little bit.
Well, so it worked.
King Kong Dog rant away, beautiful. Somehow I feel like he's not on board. Anyways, let's go back to this lady. We got we got to go back to she's hot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, dude.
Homeless hot.
Just remember, this is the face you'll get when she's hot. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Yes. No?
No.
Maybe she squeaks like a dolphin. I wish I could do a dolphin noise. Now, I need to get a dolphin noise on call just so that way I'd be like, that's what it's. Anyways, let's hear her explain how she didn't move in with somebody. And again, I actually support the second part. I support the not moving in with the dude because the way you describe him, he sounds kind of, I don't know, not trustworthy. But again, you are the one describing him. Anyways, I just, again, explain for the rest of us how this is sticking it to all of them.
Hot and young, okay, cool, and was like, I have this fucking room that you can stay in for a fucking cheaper rate, blah, 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 blah. Found out he was a fucking Trumpy, and guess who decided to stay in her fucking car? Me, because that's how against I am of that orange fucking dictator. You want to know how against Trump I am?
I'm so against Trump that I don't know the definition of a dictator. Ma'am, you can be against Trump. I'm not going to question your reasons at all. I have a problem with anyone calling him a dictator, and this is the reason I have a problem with it. It hasn't even been a year of his elected fucking term, where there were a lot of us who called Joe Biden a fucking plant for the deep state because he was DOA on arrival, and now all of you guys and your friends in the media are like, yeah, George Clooney better pat himself on the back for saying we need to talk about whether or not Biden's fit to serve. It's like some of us were questioning that, like, I don't know, a year and a half into his term, 3 months in, depends, pick your temperature. But I mean, that question got floated a lot. The problem I have with this is it's one thing to dislike him because of his policies, opinions, whatever. That's totally fine. I completely understand it. There are plenty of things he probably has said, done, or may do that this person might be against. That's fine. The problem I have is with this narrative that people, this dictator, he's not a dictator. He is an elected official. And just so you know, the other thing I don't like, well, he just signs executive orders and does whatever he wants. Spoiler alert, the other ones were doing the same thing. They just they wouldn't sign as many of the executive orders out in your face, and they also weren't so narcissistic that they had to go, I just signed this law. It's the best law that's ever lawed. That's lawed. And you know what every president, Trump and those before him, have been doing? Systematically undoing the president before him. So, maybe you just have to wait a few years and then he won't be in office anymore. That's the argument that a lot of us that were unhappy with Biden and questioned the legitimacy of that election. We're like, it's
4 years.
He's the elected president. He won by majority. So, it's a fair election. Don't question the election. Well, if we're not allowed to question the election, all this other stuff, why are we calling him a dictator? Again, this was the most voted for person. And this isn't, again, I'm not questioning whether or not his policies are right for her. I'm saying, regardless of whether his policies are right for her. He's not a dictator. So if you're wrong on that, like, it's just, no, you hate Trump. This is the part I don't get. I don't get how someone could hate him that hard. Only a lesbian would want a woman as angry as this chick. Yeah. Well, I'm going to say this after the end of all of that. The dude she didn't move in with, dude, I don't know how you feel about it, but you dodged a bullet, my friend. Not worth it. Never. I don't know where guys get the idea that it's absolutely worth it no matter what to get laid. I've been way happier as a person over the course of my life with getting to know them first. And because I found, like, and I've tested it on and off repeatedly throughout my life, the relationships where it's just sexual from the word go don't work as well. Like the one really, really long-term relationship I had, that one we met and it was just like, and again, it could have been as simple as a one-night stand thing, but instead we started hanging out first and things went from there. And so it was like, all right, okay. So the thing I'm in now, it's kind of the same way. So I don't know. I'm happier as a person. I'm like, maybe not. Like, sex is great. I love having sex, but it's way more worth it to just wait till you find the right person first. Like, I'm not saying save yourself till marriage. I'm saying, just make sure they're a person you like. This idea, like, he voted for Trump. Guess who didn't move in? Like, if she is this, and again, this is how against Trump I am. I do want to know what he did to her. Like, what did he do to you specifically? I grew up watching Donald Trump be a piece of shit and a dirtbag. I was against him being president in 2016. I didn't vote for him this time around either. I can literally say I've never voted for Donald Trump. I mean, I didn't want Kamala Harris to be in office. I will say that 100. If it came down to, like, look, Kamala Harris is in office unless you vote. Like, well, then I'll vote. But it really never came anywhere near that. And I could smell which way the wind was blowing. Why do I care? Maybe their penises are just really cold. You could have built it. You could have a built-in advantage. Check your foreskin privilege. Where the hell did we get to this? All my friends who are in open relationships have ended in tragedy, says King Kong Dong. Well, I wasn't even talking about open relationships. I was just talking about relationships where it's just sexual off the jump. And if you're getting someone to move in with you so you can bone them, that's kind of sexual off the jump. Like, if you got her to move in because you like her and you want to, like, you have fun conversations. I don't know, maybe it's just because we're looking at a 5-second rant of her life, but I don't know what she would be like in non-ranty mode. So maybe she's a joy to be around. You know what? Maybe I'm uninformed. You know what I know? I know I don't know, and my KBS just dropped again.
Oh, good.
It pinged down and it came right back up and it pinged down again. Let's see how we do. Yep, being weird. Fat Conan keep boning. But was he asking her to screw him because he was trying to get her to pay rent? So I don't know. It's all we have to go on, Mr. Q, is her description of the guy who said, I've got an extra room you can stay in for, like, a lower rate because, you're young and hot and all. And that guy, like, first of all, if I could give her or anybody advice, if you're looking to rent, and I've been looking to rent or buy, and I have no money, so buying is pretty much straight out. If you're looking to rent, don't rent, no matter how nice the deal is. Don't rent from a guy that's like that guy is not someone to trust.
Not a good guy?
Like that's not a guy that you can trust is going to knock on your door and be subtle about it every month and is like, I need the rent. Like, that's a guy that's going to be like, hey, like, you don't want that.
No,
Look, you're young and hot. I need my rent. Like, so again, that's how she described him. That's how, and I have nothing to go on other than her description. It's a 34-second video of her, or not 34 seconds, however fucking long. It was under a minute. It is under a minute, and she's explaining her worldview, and apparently the only guy offering her a place to stay is the guy going, Daw! And so I just don't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd have just chosen to stay in the car too.
She's not exceptionally young, so how old was that dude? I thought she was in her 20s. I don't know.
I would have given her her 20s.
I moved on. I'll be honest. I closed the story because I just don't care anymore. Like it's really hard for me to work up a whole lot of sympathy, understanding, pity, or any other emotion for someone who willingly makes their life more difficult. And like I said, I'm gonna go with her description of the guy and say that was the right call. Don't move in with that dude. Hold out, just a little longer.
Yeah.
Just a little while longer. Hold out, but definitely quitting the job is a hurting thing. Like, is it?
Yeah.
Like, what was your job? What problem did you have moving the boss out of the equation? What problem did you have with the job other than that? Well, I really, really hate Donald Trump. Well, okay, good for you. And I bet you if you asked her why she hates Donald Trump, it'll come back to the same bullshit that 9 times out of 10 these kind of people will tell you, which is because the things that he's doing to women's rights and the overturning of Roe v. Wade. I was like, oh, you mean where states got the decision to decide whether or not they would stand up okay with baby genocide? The right to choose isn't baby genocide. Yeah, that's how you see it. That's not how they see it. So how about you look at it your way? You want the right to do that, and you want to go to places where you have the right to do that. I don't want to commit baby genocide, so I don't want to vote that way. That's how they saw it. That's literally how they saw it. And I hate the idea that it's just dudes that pushed this narrative. Like, no, there are a fair amount of women who are kind of against abortion because it's kind of not okay. And I'm saying personally, it's your body, it's your decision. I'm not making that decision. But it's weird how if the decision's taken out of my hands, the consequences aren't. That's the part I never understood. The part I never understood. And I'm an asshole for saying, and I don't fucking care anymore. I'm tired of states where it's like, well, if he wants to have the child and she doesn't, they have to make her have it. Yeah, that's almost as absurd as if she wants to have the kid and he doesn't, they have to make him pay for it. Oh, you mean the way we do things now? No, that's called equality. If you don't want to have a kid, then don't. Yeah, that's 2 people to tango, my friend. Again, like I said, if you want to choose whether or not that happens and you have a kid, it's your body, it's your decision. But if you have every right to choose that, then the person who doesn't want to be if the guy doesn't want to be a dad and doesn't want to be in the picture, it's weird that we get to force him to still do his responsibility. If you want to remove that child from the equation because you don't want to deal with that, you're willing to accept the consequences, but this guy is going to spend the rest of his life thinking about the kid that he almost never had. Like, that's somehow okay? I don't know. Both parties involved have the ability to wear a condom in a consensual situation. Exactly right. Mm-hmm. Both parties involved have the ability to involve contraception. So it's like I said, I don't like the idea that we push the narrative that that the overturning of Roe v. Wade was the removal of women's rights. No. It was the ability for states to decide whether or not women had those rights. The people removing those rights are in areas where a majority of those people believe that way. And if the women do or don't, that's up to them to solidify because we have the ability for women to vote in this country. So I'm sorry. It's at a certain point, that's how they. It's like the child beating thing this morning. Me and Aaron were kind of standing there out in the cold going, yeah, but, hitting your kids is kind of not okay. Like, you shouldn't have to, like, if you have to hit your children to teach them right from wrong, you've kind of failed. And a lot of people are like, well, man, it was an ass whooping that saved me from being a piece of shit. So I love that my camera froze for a minute and you had your eyes up like you were thinking, and then it cut to you sipping your coffee. It was like your coffee teleported to your mouth. It was weird.
Well,
it's like a Star Trek episode. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
I'm with you guys' chat. I don't agree. I think the belt buckle sucked and should not be allowed. But I behaved a lot better because of the
fear of a beating
over my button.
I literally got spanked once because I wouldn't fucking stay upstairs while my parents were wrapping Christmas presents. That was literally it.
Oh, wow.
And it was
got spanked.
Well, like
got spanked a lot.
Somebody likes it, huh?
My mom used a wooden spoon until it broke. That was the punishment. You'd use a wooden spoon until it broke over your butt. She bought a lot of spoons. In our
Wait a minute. Hold on.
And she brought out the belt, and it only took me
You
one
meant
time
per
with the belt
session?
buckle, and I
You
never-
meant per session the rule was thwackety thwack until this spoon goes crack?
When we got older, it was less because she was buying more spoons, and so they didn't break as easily. But yeah, when we were little,
Yeah, when I was little,
spoon would break.
I told my dad to tie around because fuck him.
My mom inherited.
T. Jefferson.
must have
Oh,
inherited her.
Johnny, she's a kinky one. I know, dude. Did anyone else just hear like ringing winning bells go off? I feel like I pulled a slot machine and it came up cherries. All right, so we have 45 minutes left in the program. I'm more worried about glass and cars. What? Glass and cars.
Oh, worried about tornado warning.
Oh,
Tornado warning up right now in South St. Cloud. Not good. Whereabouts are you? Say south, I'm gonna be. Do you need to be? Like,
I mean, it's more in the
sailing
middle.
south
Like
down?
it's more like right kind of in the middle.
Okay.
But if I were to put it on like what side of the coin, probably south. South Central. I don't mean to brag, but I'm from South Central.
Central.
Yeah, so a tornado warning, eh? Yeah, but that's a warning.
Yeah,
We're probably fine.
we're probably fine. Meh.
So
I'm in the basement. It'll be fine.
so I'm not getting. So are you saying I'm not going out to get like coffee creamer and stuff? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say maybe not.
I don't know. Maybe I risk it for the biscuit, and the dramatic "Can he do it?" like thing comes up. Here we
Only if you record it.
Well, no, I can't record the whole thing. I gotta drive and stuff. I don't know if you know this or not, but I don't have fully functional appendages. I have to focus solely on driving when I drive. Like I can't even have like people
You
touching.
can't just set up a recorder and leave it like a dash cam sort of a deal. I have to be talking to the live stream.
Well, I don't mean to.
Recording.
I don't mean to floss how well I'm doing in life, but I have a Ford Flex. That's right. 2017. Light scratches on the paint job. But anyways, so yeah, it pairs my phone. I can't really do that as a thing. Let's look right now. This is AM hourly forecast. Let's update this.
King
Ms.
Kong
Mitch.
Dong is saying a warning is worse than watch. Warning means there's confirmed rotation in the system, says Brad.
Oh, shiznit.
So
Tornado watch. Tornado watch.
there's a tornado
180
warning.
remains valid until 8 p.m. CDT this evening. The following areas in Minnesota: Candy, Ojai County, McLeod, Meeker. Yeah, it's whatever. What do we got? 15 minutes. We're gonna end it a half hour early.
Okay.
Just as a safety precaution, because it doesn't look too bad, and if it's not too bad, I might, like I said, because it's right nearby, I might try to run to Walmart really fast because I kind of need coffee and creamer and shit. So we might just try and do that. And the warning's going till 8, the watch or whatever. So I'm sure it'll be fine, but we'll probably be with everything else that we've had today. I'm done. Like I'm ready.
Safe than
I'm
sorry.
ready to go throw on a pair of really nice pants. Spoiler alert, I'm wearing my my lazy wind pants right now. My stretchy athletic pants. Zip up to the knee when I really want to flare my legs out like a mo. But anyways, I'll probably throw on some real pants and go make a run for all the good stuff. Wait an hour until it's passed through us. Wait an hour for what? I'm looking at this thing, and it's, according to what I'm looking at, the winds, rain, and everything else look like they ramp up, not dismiss. Everybody's got an opinion. I'm one of those guys that, like, if we're gonna do this, let's get it done. Like, I'm one of those dudes in the zombie movie where there's some people like, should we go now or should we wait? Should we go now or should we wait? I'm one of the, if we're doing this, let's fucking do it. And just like, there you go. Stay safe, sir. See you tomorrow, says St. Caesar. Well, I mean, I wasn't thinking about bailing this second, but
We got 10 minutes.
yeah, I mean, I
King
got
Kong's
a couple
still
minutes.
waiting for the sirens. He
Yeah.
says it's fine. And if there's no sirens yet, we're good.
Yeah, no, dude,
You're
here's
good. Doesn't really matter.
here's where I'm landing on it. From the way I've watched the windows, from what I've looked at it on my phone, it's going to get a little bad within the next hour or so, and it might get too bad to go out later. But right now, if I went out, the worst case scenario is I might get caught a little bit on the way home. I can live with that.
Okay.
I'm wearing a hoodie. I park in handicap spots, and I hate shopping at Walmart. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. There's a good chance that a lot of other people are fucking getting in home, batten down the hatches because of the storm too. So that means Walmart is open.
It probably means it's
Those
gonna be
parking
busy as
spots
fuck.
are available. Guess who's parallel to the door, baby? In and out. Because there ain't no lines at the checkout. You know what I mean? Because I can't do like the self-checkout because it's a pain in the ass. So it's just quicker if I do it that way. What do you want from me?
Okay.
I don't. What am I supposed to do? What do you want from me? The instability of the storm is all in the beginning. You're better off going after it starts raining. Everyone's got their ideas. You know who has to live with the consequences? Me. I'll make my own decision, and if it F's me over, it was my choice. It feels amazing outside right now. It smells like a storm. It's windy and warm, but no rain right this minute. See, I'm just
Nice.
as it's moving up and down, but I'm feeling more and more convinced. I'm getting like anxious now. Now I'm anxious. Like I want to go do this now. Just get it done. Like I don't care when it's gonna be better. I want it to be done. I don't want something to distract me, so I end up having to go out at a worse time. I don't want to go out later going, oh, I wish I'd left sooner. And if I go out now and I get caught now, I'll be like, oh man. And if it's better later, then I will literally laugh. Oh, guess I could have waited. But it's already over, right? Like that, you can live with that. Like, I guess I could have waited, but what am I going to do? Return the creamer to go buy it again under better circumstances? Fuck that. No. Not going to go all the way.
Oh,
Brian pointing out, I am the science. Yeah, dude, you're the science. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm saying I have to live with the consequences of my actions, so I'll make the decision, even if it goes against the advice of Brian the science. I don't know
be
where it
well,
is.
Wild. She's saying be safe, y'all, in Minnesota.
Yeah, all right.
gonna
So,
go.
Wild 10 out. I'll for people who are really excited to see how this amazing story turns out, feel free to check in with Digger tonight when she goes live on all of her platforms at what did you say? You said 4 p.m.
PM Pacific.
Pacific, Western Pacific. That's
Pacific
6
Standard Time.
for a lot of my audience. That is 6 p.m. correct standard time. So 6 p.m. for correct standard time, CST, and then you could find out if I survived shopping at Walmart.
There you go.
One cripple versus the weather and whoever the at Walmart. People in the area know what I mean by that. Anyways, so I'm gonna get going. We've had a fun time. You're not going to be on my program tomorrow, I don't believe, right? Tomorrow's your day off.
I don't think so. Tomorrow's
Day
my
on,
day
day
off.
off. Yeah. So we'll miss you tomorrow. You'll be returning on Wednesday, though. That's nice. That's nice. You ever think about maybe coming to the States, maybe moving in with a guy that streams once in a while as a thing for fun? I don't know. It sounds like a nice idea.
I don't know.
I don't know.
My
It could
country
work.
has to let me get out.
Yeah.
You first.
Right.
You know,
But it's so
one
what
of
you
those
so what
things.
you're saying is there's a possibility. Like I let's just be very clear here. What you're telling me is, Johnny, there's a chance. Like that's all I'm saying is I just want to make sure I know what's going on here. I don't want to misrepresent anybody. So for those of you that are wondering, I'm saying she's saying
Shut
yes.
up and sleep with me. Come on, why won't you sleep with me? Shut up and sleep with me.
Clip it,
I cannot
clip
for the
it,
life of
clip
me
it.